Well, good morning. It's beautiful Sunday in the old city of Jerusalem. I'm at Jaffa Gate and people ask to see who is actually talking. And now when you saw that beautiful, I'm kidding, face, then you can be satisfied and let me begin the tour at Jaffa Gate at the western part of the city. And the video will take you to Mount Zion, but you're going to be surprised because most of my videos of Mount Zion takes you to the top of it. But where Mount Zion begins, I think you are going to be quite surprised. Let me show you a little bit the topography of the city. And look at beautiful walls. I'm dedicating that tour to everyone who will watch it, and I will ask you to subscribe and to send that video to everyone that you know, because you are my only tourist. But that tour is dedicated to another person, to Michelle that lives very close to Washington DC, yes, I believe, Lemons. Oh, I love that place. That is the western part of Jerusalem outside the wall. Well, you can say the Jewish part of it. And there's a valley that begins from here, goes all the way to there. It's Hell Valley, Gay Ben Hinnom. Yes, sounds like hell. It is. And you can see the city from here. Again, it begins like another video of David Street, but it's not. The gap that you see here was built by the Ottomans who wanted to enter with carriages into the city. Until then, it was not impossible. But the Kaiser, the German Kaiser, and his wife entered to the city. He was riding a white horse, and she entered with her carriage. There were houses outside the wall. You can see the remain of the roof of one of those houses, and there's another remains here. But the British, when they occupied the city in 1970, they didn't like it. I must say that I can understand it. You need to see the walls from the 16th century that was built by Sultan Suleiman. For example, here you can see two more evidence of a roof that was here. You can see the line that goes all the way through here, and that was the main gate to the city. People who came from Jaffa port, that were where most of the Europeans entered to the city through there. Today you can see a lot of stickers on the wall, and that represents so many soldiers who died in the war. That we are part of it. I mean, really this time from between us and I must say terror organization of the Palestinians and Lebanon and Yemen and Iran. But we will win, because the truth is always with the good people. Then we just entered to the city through the wall, and we're going to talk about the wall a lot today. But there are two tombs next to the entrance of Ottoman guys. We don't know why, but because we don't know why and who's buried there, we have so many speculations. And one of them is that when Suleiman the Magnificent asked to build a wall, it was too beautiful, and he said, no, I don't want them to build another wall like that in a different place. Then he killed them and buried them here. Or, I don't know, every guess of yours might be the same thing. This is a fortress And that fortress was built by anyone who actually occupied the city. Hashmonite, Herod, Roman time, Byzantine time, Muslim time, Crusader time. But what I want you to see that there is kind of a small hill. We are at the end of it. You will see another one next to that street. We are heading to the Catholic Patriarch Church, and you will see another street that climbs up. We are at the Christian quarter of the city. As you can see, it goes all the way up.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And from here you can see beautifully few layers of David Citadel, which wasn't built by King David because King David never been here. I mean, maybe he was here, but he didn't build anything. The moat, Crusader time. That slide wall, Crusader time. King Herod time. This is one of the three towers that he built here. And the Muslim time. Then altogether you can see different periods of time. And this is the story of Jerusalem. Then let's continue. In front of you can see a very important place that I will recommend you to visit, and this is the Christian Information Center. It's a Catholic place. The museum is well, if it's raining, then you can actually visit it. It's beautiful. It's made in a beautiful way, but the roof is such an amazing place for the view of the city. It will cost you around 5 shekels. And you can actually enter to the museum, which I will recommend you because it's such a beautiful museum of Jerusalem. The entrance is from the other side. And the view from there is spectacular. And here you do have two beautiful options. Sadly, it's Sunday, and Sunday the center is closed. Because it's a wartime, the viewpoint was closed for so many months, actually 11 months. But now you can actually visit it again. I mean, the viewpoint, the coffee place is still closed. Mainly because there are no tourists. Whoa, that was crazy. That was crazy. Christchurch, one of my favorite places, belongs now to the Messianic Jews. They have assembling in Hebrew every Saturday, and they have beautiful ceremonies now, a music festival, totally for free, including wine and cheese. And guess what? Lovely wine and cheese. I've been there, done that. Then that was the entrance to the citadel. And in front of you, you can see the police station that used to be, now it's an Israeli police station, before the Jordanian police station, and before that, the Turkish Ottomans, Kishle, which is police station and a prison. And in front of it, this is the entrance to an amazing coffee place that will be open soon. And guess who is going to drink coffee? But that's the end of it. Oh, I forgot to mention the most important thing. We are starting to climb up. Remember it? See where the car was? That is the beginning of another hill. We are at Mount Zion. This is the slopes of Mount Zion. We are climbing Mount Zion, the Christ Church, the Armenian Quarter. The Jewish quarter is part of Mount Zion. But that is the unknown part, and this is the secret of that tour. We're already at Mount Zion. We left the Christian Quarter, you can see the hotel there, and we are already at the Armenian Quarter. We do have 4 neighborhoods at the city: Michel, Lemons, and this is, by the way, the Jerusalem Cross. But before that, because I think people will ask me if I want to mention what it is, before that we have 4 different neighborhoods. The Christian one, you saw a little bit of it. Now we are at the unknown part of the Armenian Quarter. You can see Armenian restaurants and shops, and you will see the flags of Armenia. And soon you will see the most important part of the Armenian Quarter. We have a Christian quarter. We already know it, but the Armenians are Christians, and why do they have their own quarter? I think it's because they came to here before the rest. They converted to Christianity as a nation before the Romans did it. They are Christians as a nation from 301 AD. You can see a beautiful ceramic, Armenian ceramic that you can find only in Israel and in Turkey as well. But in Turkey, in 1915, they've been butchered. 1.5 million of the Armenians actually died, killed by the Turkish. Then soon you will see another poster that actually will remind us not to forget what's happened in 1915. And there's a beautiful museum here that closed on Sunday, and we are now on Sunday. You can see the lady. She is in the army. Women are serving at least 2 years. Men are serving 3 years. Then look at that poster. I remember and demand. This is the Holocaust Genocide Museum of the Armenian in Yerevan. Beautiful, very important museum. Let's cross that tunnel as quickly as we can, because it's a road now. Then we are at Mount Zion. This is the new thing here. Now we know where Mount Zion begins, and I will take you until the end of it. I think it's it's not a thing, it's the first video that I'm doing about it. This is the entrance to an amazing 12th century church of St. James. It's an Armenian, beautiful church. Now it's closed, but every day at 3 p.m. you can enter and listen to the liturgy. It's such a beautiful ceremony. I'm doing it a lot just to relax and to meditate. And from time to time, their prayer makes me cry. The seminar of the future monks, Armenian Theological Seminary, is right to your right side. And those are the ones who sing so beautifully. It's unbelievable. They have an amazing voice. It's difficult to see the map of their genocide, but you can see some of the pictures of the 1915. That's what I say, yeah, genocide. I mean, 1.5 million people were killed by the Muslims of Turkey. We're still at the Armenian Quarter until we will leave the city walls. To your right side, I mean, it used to be the palace of King Herod. The palace of King Herod was here because it was the closest place to the fortress, and it's the highest place of the city. For you, my dear Michelle, so many of the Christians believes that the judgment place wasn't at the place that the Catholic were mentioned, or still mentioning, the Antonia, but they believe that Protorium, the judgment place, was there at the palace of King Herod. I can understand, I can relate to it, because there is no reason that Pontius Pilate will go all the way to the other side of the city through a place that people don't like him. I mean, why should he go through there? Jesus can come to him. Then the Protorium, the judgment place, was here according to the Baptist Church as well. And this is a new theory. Then don't hate me if I'm wrong a little bit, because it's not everyone believes in it. Some of the Christians believe in it. It's not hot at all. It's only 80 degrees now. I'm sweating as hell. And you can see a Jew, which is not white. And it's important for me to tell you is that Judaism is not a race. We have so many kind of Jews. And for me, when people argue if Jesus was black or white, I don't know why they are doing it. Maybe in your country there's differences between colors, but in Israel, at least for me and my family, every color is beautiful. Every culture is amazing. Beside the people who are brutally against you. Sadly, there are a lot of hate, and I'm getting a lot of hate comments as well. I'm trying to not to delete them, but when it's too much, I'm just deleting it. Then we are making a round tour around the Armenian Quarter at Mount Zion. If we will continue straight ahead, we will reach the Jewish Quarter and Mount of Olives. Let me show you a little bit of Mount of Olives from here. You know what? I will take you to a better place. But this is Zion Gate. And usually my videos actually talks about Mount Zion only when we are crossing Zion Gate. Remember the two poor people who've been buried next to the Jaffa Gate? It's maybe because they built a beautiful wall, but the other version actually tells us that they forgot to cover the Mount Zion with a gate as well. Then, true or not, I don't know. Let me show you two signs here. And even signs can actually, street signs, can tell you a little bit of a politic thing. Let's start with it. You can see Zion Gate in English, Arabic, and Hebrew. Who made it? The British have been here. Then in that case, the first language is English, the one who controls it. Let's move to that side. And what you can see here, another sign of Zion Gate, but this time the Hebrew is the first version, Arabic is the second version, and English is only the third language. Who controls? Israel speaks, Jerusalem speaks Hebrew. The Jews here in Israel. Now, what we can find at Mount Zion, which is, we are actually on top of Mount Zion, you know, the secret part of Mount Zion. The King David's tomb, room of the Last Supper, and the Dormition Abbey. We are not entering to those places because we are walking through Mount Zion, But you will see those places from the outside. To go out through gates, it's always difficult, mainly because the one who built the gate, and this is the Sultan, 16th century, wanted enemies. He wanted to avoid enemies from entering. Let me turn around, and you can see Zion Gate. And until 1967, that gate was, the outside side of the gate from 1948 until 1967 was Israel. The inner part was owned by Jordan. Wait. The argument is not between Israel and Jordan, it's between Israel and the Palestinians. Then let me tell you something. The old city wasn't supposed to be owned by Israel and not by Palestine. It was supposed to be owned by United Nations. But in 1948, the Jordanians occupied the future state of Palestine. They changed the name of it to the West Bank, and that was the border, and they occupied the old city. Then in that way, the old city became to be part of Jordan until 1967. Michelle, I know that you like olive trees. Then guess what? We are next to an olive tree, and you can see the fruit on it. They will harvest it soon. Oh, you can hear the bell, the church bell. Then let me take you a little bit to see. Sorry? Oh, right. No.
I know what you're doing. Stop, because
You can hear the bells. You can see Jaffa Zahi Gate, and we met.
Suzanne and Noah.
Noah ran away. Are you two students?
I am
Yet?
a student, and I have watched your film so many times, and it has given me so much to watch your films. It has helped me so much to understand the basic in so many places in Israel. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Then let me tell you something. Now you're part of that video, and it's going to be of where Mount Zion begins and ends. Then when you will see that video in about a week from now, you will know that you are there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Then let me show you one of the ends of Mount Zion, because you saw the beginning of it at it a little bit surprised me. You saw a little bit of it at the other side of it, Hell Valley, Game Ben Hinnom, and now you see the other slope. But we are still at Mount Zion. You can see that we are climbing, and now we are heading a little bit down, because the top of Mount Zion is there, and you can see the beautiful top of the Dormition Church. The sign didn't actually explain you that there is more to see at Mount Zion. For example, the high priest house, and we do have two high priest house. One is there, belongs to the Armenians. The other one belongs to the Catholic. But I agree with so many Christians that the high priest house is now in the Jewish Quarter, and they are going to open the museum soon. And believe me, I will do everything to take a video of it when they will open it to the public. I could visit it again today before they open it, but it will cost me 150 shekels, and I'm not working. It's too much for me. Although the guide will be an amazing one. Then you can see a little bit of Mount of Olives, and my dear Michelle, more olive trees. This is the cemetery, Jewish cemetery, from the time of King David until now. Down the valley is the city of David, and from here you can see the tower on top of Mount of Olives. This is the Ascension Church. That is where we believe Jesus ascended into heaven. And the more important than that, he will come back from the same place. Lovely, isn't it? Then, the other side of the valley is the Kidron Valley. Then the Kidron Valley goes all the way there. And you can see a little bit of Peter in Gallicanto Church, which is in front of you. The high priest house. Remember, he denied Jesus 3 times until the rooster called 3 times. But from here you can see hear the bells of the Dormition Church. The Dormition Church, you can see the 2 parts of it. The church with the pyramid top, and next to it the clock tower, the bells tower actually. Then let's climb up to Mount Zion, and let me show you something that I think I uploaded many years ago, and I want you to see a piece of the wall from the time of from the Byzantine time, and even before that. At that time Mount Zion was covered with a wall. Now, why it's important for me as a Christian to tell you that it was covered with a wall? Before that, you can see those trees. Where's my finger? Those trees. Behind it is Catholic cemetery, and one of the people who is buried there is Oskar Schindler for Schindler List. Then let's climb up together with you, Michelle. Oops. Through a parking place. Now that parking place belongs, the 4 parking places belongs to the tour guides. There is 1 tour guide here. The rest are not here. Why? This is not belongs to them. You might get a ticket. Mainly because there are no tourists. Usually at that time of the day you won't be able to find a parking place here at all. If you want to have your own cross, and there are different crosses, or even the Bible covered with a wooden cover made of olive tree, you can do that. Enter to the description, the text beneath that video, and you will find 2 links. One of PayPal, and yes, you're the only income of mine, then yes, you can. The other one is of Buy Me a Coffee, and through there you will be able to have yourself one of the crosses. I will bless it in one of the places in Jerusalem that you will ask me to do in Jerusalem, and I will upload that video like I'm doing it now, and you will get your cross home. The price, of course, includes the then you will get it. Look at that. This is an ambulance. You saw the very narrow street of Jerusalem. For that you need a special ambulance. High priest, according to the Armenians. In Mount Zion, you want to find private houses, mostly institutes. It's beautiful here. Oh. According to the one who actually decided to have that beautiful nest, we're gonna have peace soon. Close your eyes, listen to the birds of peace. tomb of King David was built at the first floor. The second floor that you can see with the dome is part of the room of the Last Supper, and you can see the Dormition Church. Dormition Church, you heard the bells of it. According to the Catholic, this is the place that Mary lived in Jerusalem, and that's where she fell asleep. She didn't die because she was sinless, and but Jesus took her soul and her body, and now she is with her child in heaven. Oops, almost fell. It's happened to me once a day.
אם לא עכשיו, אז אין מתי. עכשיו ערב בראש השנה, אז מתי אתה תביא לי בתגומות בראש השנה? נכון או לא?
To enter with a cross to King David tomb is a little bit problematic. I won't do that to the Jews because the the tomb belongs to the Jews. It's a beautiful synagogue, and but I will bless it, Michelle, very close to it, because that part used to be a Christian place. I mean, the yard that you see here. And according to some of the Christians and the scholars, those stones is from the temple. In the first century, someone tried to build something important. Maybe the Christians who wanted to build the tomb of King David, but mostly the room of the Last Supper, the cenaculum. And that is the entrance to the tomb. I do have so many videos of it, but let me climb up just for like 1 minute to see if the room of the Last Supper is open. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a long video, but it's okay. Ooh, they're renovating. I know exactly what. Oops. I never saw that door open. Now I know that it's kind of an archive. And what I'm doing here is repairing the damage that a crazy Jew, and please don't hate the Jews because I'm talking about a crazy man who tried to break the window of the mosque that used to be here. And you can see that the same thing happened here, and I'm so happy to know that they are now renovating it. For me, the room of the Last Supper is so holy. Then, as you can see, I have no hat on my head, and that is, for me, the first church ever, and the most important church. Remember in Pentecost, spread Christianity all over. Then let me go out of that church. Oh, you can see this is new for me again. Some requests. Then let's hope that they will achieve everything. Let me put my hat on. And is it okay that I will take you to two more places? I mean, to show you the end of the city from two angles. Wait a minute, let me try to see if I will be able to cross it. Yes, I will. The restrooms of Mount Zion is here, and it's for free. And you can refill your bottle of water as well. But let me drink a little bit, see if it's okay by you. Lately, a lot of the Jews comes to here to pray for David. Some believes that King David is actually buried there. But what I want you to see, remember Hell Valley, Gay Ben Hinnom. Ooh, there's a gate, an open gate, and you know what's happened when I see an open gate? Yeah, you're right. Then Hell Valley goes all the way. We saw it from there. Then it goes all the way, make a round tour around Mount of Olives. Then the southern part of Mount of Olives is at that valley. But I saw an open door. I don't know what's in it. Looks like a private place, but you know, if it's open, I think I know what it is, then I will go. Yes, of course. First of all, let's look at the view. A very historical and beautiful Protestant Christian cemetery. Mount of Olives is full with cemeteries. The Kidron Valley, the Hell Valley goes all the way to there. And I don't know if you can see the person that walks there. Now you cannot see it because I cannot see him. He maybe entered to the car. But you saw the car now? We are heading there to show you the ancient walls. We are building here a cable car. Will take a lot of the people who cannot walk from the other side to Mount Zion and to the Western Wall. Then they already excavated those two places and they found beautiful mosaic floor of churches. Remember, Mount Zion was surrounded with a wall and they cover it. And I do have, of course, a video of it. In Jerusalem and actually all over Israel, if you are excavating, you must. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to show you. You must, if you are building something, you must excavate. Look at King David's statue. It used to be at the entrance to that tomb of King David in the room of the Last Supper, but the Jews didn't like it, especially the ultra-Orthodox Jews, because the second command said you shall have no figures and statues. Then they moved it to here. And now it's kind of a hidden place. It's a present that we got from someone from Russia. Then this is the place that they excavated. And that's where one of the stations of the cable car, if they will build it, will be. You can see the entrance to the Catholic cemetery, and Oscar Schindler is there too. I will show you where the entrance is. There are two levels. You have to go to the lower level and look for a tomb that covered with so many small stones. This is the tomb of Oscar Schindler. Right there. Now let's continue down Mount Zion, and I will take you to one of the slopes of it. To show you the walls, for the ancient walls. You can see the Catholic cemetery, but what you see is only the upper level. The lower level is where the tomb of Oscar Schindler located. "41 minutes. Guys, if you watched that video until the end, please write me a comment. I want to know who are the heroes who did it. Everyone out here, but I want to know who actually saw everything. Jerusalem cross for me is the most important cross of the city. Belongs to everyone. It's a symbol of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the center, the big cross, and around it, whatever you want, 4 gospels, altogether 5 stigmatas. Then everything at the 4th century. All right, this is the lower part of it, and the tomb of Oscar Schindler is not so far away from here. I cannot see it because it's a low one. I mean, Oscar Schindler asked to be buried in Jerusalem, and he was a Catholic guy. Then, Catholic place. Then to the right, you can already start to see walls of the city. If I remember correctly, it's from the 2nd century BC and from the 5th century as well. And what you can find outside the walls, quarry. Remember we talked about it at the video of Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Let me do that slowly. We don't want to die today. Two walls. One of the Hashmonite, the other one is of the 5th century. That it shows you that Jerusalem, that Mount Zion was covered with it. And if you think that that's the end of the video, then it's not. Hell Valley is right there. Look at the nice bridge that they built that takes you from one place to the second place, from nowhere to nowhere, but it's so fun for the children. Beautiful farm right there that you can study how they you can study about the agriculture 2,000 years ago. And if you can see the 2 buses that parks there, then that is the tomb of Judas, one of the disciples of Israel, of Jesus. And another thing that you can see, there are so many tombs here because that was a cemetery. Always outside the walls, it's a cemetery, and we just saw a Catholic one, and there's another one there, a Jewish one, and it goes all the way to the Kidron Valley, meets the Kidron Valley, and Kidron Valley goes turn right and ends at the Dead Sea. Beautiful, isn't it? Let me take a picture of it because it is beautiful. And let me take a picture of the bridge. I do have, of course, a video of it, and you can see the walls, and we will make a run tour. Oops, almost fell. A run tour around it, and I want you to see another part, if it's okay by you, because it's only 45 minutes. It's not a long video. I'm kidding. Then a quarry, always outside the city. One wall, second wall. It's not hot at all. I'm sweating as hell. Then when you can see the end of Mount of Olive, Mount Zion. And this is one of the plants that I love, and I always forget the names of it in English. And if you know what I'm talking about, please remind me that. For me, flower, it's a flower. And it reminds me that it's the end of summertime in Israel. We are in September. Summertime will end in the end or beginning of November. Then we have a lot of time to suffer. Yeah, I'm walking a lot today. Michelle, I hope that you actually are happy. Remember, you said that you're only a few hours from Washington. Then I walked those few hours now for you. Then we are now in Washington. I'm kidding. We are still in Jerusalem. Yeah, that's me. Then for so many of you, it might be the end of the video. But if not, you will see Hell Valley, and we make a run tour around Mount Zion. I'm gonna climb it from a totally strange place. Then if it's not too difficult for you, stay with me. Oh, another olive tree, Michelle, and you can see the olive fruit. They will harvest it in about a month from now. The cemetery, Protestant cemetery, is there, and why it's very important for me, because there's so many historians, people who excavate Jerusalem and study about the history of Jerusalem at the 19th century are buried there. There's in front of you, it's used to be an eye hospital built by the British. Why eye hospital? Because if we will continue with Hell Valley, we will reach the junction of the Kidron Valley, and that is where you can visit the pool of Siloam, and that's where Jesus cured the blind man. Above it, you can see the Scottish Church, and today the Eye Hospital is used to be a very nice hotel, but now they are renovating it, and it's going to be a very big and nice hotel. The lower building is the Cinematheque. It's the quality cinema, and one of the few non-kosher restaurants. Now look at the Hell Valley. It's green. It's beautiful. It is beautiful, isn't it? the local buses, mostly number 3 and 1, can take you from the bus station, central bus station of Jerusalem, to the old city. But you can use the light rail and leave the light rail at the municipality, the city hall station, or Damascus Gate station, and visit it. It's faster. But if it's difficult for you to walk, bus number 1 and 3 will take you from the central bus station / the central train station straight to the Western Wall and Mount Zion. It's a long way, but it's a beautiful view. Olive trees. All right, now it's 15 minutes and I'm gonna climb something so special, so strange. Then please tell me, write a comment that say, I saw the tunnel. I saw the tunnel. Then I will know that you actually watched that video. And I was talking about that special flower, we call it hatsav, but it's always a problem with me when I'm talking about plants. You see, I can say olive tree, but names of flowers for me, it's a little bit difficult, sorry. That's the first neighborhood outside the walls from 1870. You can see the windmill and the left structure of Mishkanot Sha'ananim. And to the right is one of the first neighborhoods, but not the first one, Yemin Moshe. And that was the border between Israel there and Jordan there until 1967. The Valley was the border of those two. And I'm gonna climb up back to Mount Zion, and you will be able to see the beautiful valley. But I'm not gonna do that from a regular place because I think he knows me, and Michelle knows me as well because she's watching my videos. Let me see if it's open. It's supposed to be open. I can cross it now. Yes, it's open. We are going through the Mount Zion Trench. Until 1967, Mount Zion was part of Israel. That is the Israeli side. The old city, which is right there on top of the hill, was part of Jordan. When someone tried to cross from here to there, they used to shoot him. Then for so many years there was a trench, kind of a tunnel. From the other side, beneath here, it reached that place, and the Israeli could climb Mount Zion from here. And we are going to do that. We are going to do that. Mount Zion tunnel, trench. As you can see, it's made of concrete. It's not so long. I think it's 400 meters. I did it at night time a few days ago. You know that I like night tours, especially in summertime, because I'm sweating as hell now. And in summertime, the nights in Jerusalem are beautiful. From time to time, you need to cover yourself with something warmer. You can see some of the names of Jerusalem on the ceiling. city of David, Kiryat Melech, Sdeyah, words from the Bible, Moriah, Citadel, Zion. Gosh, I walked a lot. And soon you will see that we're reaching Zahi Gate. That's going to be the end of the tour. But now, give me like 2 minutes to survive. It wasn't 2 minutes, but I loved it. You can see part of Hell Valley, Game Ben and Om. At summertime, they use it as a theater, mostly music, beautiful. And you can see that Hell Valley goes all the way until it meets Kidron Valley, and this is the border of Mount Zion. But what is important today, that you saw that Mount Zion starts at Jaffa Gate. And where's Jaffa Gate? Difficult to see it from here, but you can see the walls of the city. It's somewhere there. There's a wonderful college, and this is the entrance to the most famous Christian Protestant cemetery. The Institute of the Holy Studies belongs to the Americans, but the cemetery belongs to Christ Church. Remember the beginning of the video? That's where I might go and drink my coffee. YMCA and David, King David Hotel is there. Such a beautiful day. Almost an hour. For the few that watched that video, I can ask, spread the rumor of my channel to everyone that you know, because you are a good believers of history, of God. Secondly, if you want to support my channel, because you're the only tourist and the only income, look at the like button. Next to it there's a shape of a heart, and you can support me via YouTube. At the text you will find two more links, one of Buy Me a Coffee and the other one of PayPal. You can see you can see the beginning of Mount of Olives. So, Mount Zion there, but I will take you to see it. You know, I know I'm starting the tour. I don't know how I'm ending it, but Jaffa Gate is right there. Let me see if I can see a little bit of it. You can see the Tower of David, the minaret on it. But I'm climbing the Mount Zion to the top of it to show you Zion Gate, and that's where we're gonna end the video. I can hear Greek Orthodox monks. Good morning. Heading to their monastery and school. You will see the school soon. Here it is. It's Sunday, no one actually study. I've been at that place only once. It's very difficult to Greek Orthodox to enter to those places. Taphos is the symbol of the one who takes care of the city. All right, let's go from here. And I don't know if the Dormition Church will be open, but if it will be open, there is a change on my plan. I will go to drink coffee there. I will be surprised if it's open. It's a little bit early for that, but it can be. And I will use their very good Wi-Fi, and I can charge my telephone. Oh, by the way, I bought that cross at the Dormition Church shop. Why there? Because most of, if not all of my best Palestinian shops are closed. There are no tourists. There's no reason for them to come. The church is closed, and you will be able to see the tomb of the entrance of. How are you? You can see your cross. You can see your cross. Yes. What time are you gonna be open? 11:15. What's the time now?
Now it's 10:30.
Oh.
It's 10:30.
See you. And that is I think such a beautiful church. You can actually look at it in my YouTube channel, which you already subscribed into it. You don't know that place, but soon you will recognize the beginning. It's not the beginning, but the place that we will be. Michelle, it was a pleasure to be with you. This is the same people that we saw earlier. Hello. מבחן ילמה. המבחן הוא עוד מעט. I'm not charging a thing for that.
But I would like.
No, I don't. It's
I'm also going to talk here.
okay, but I want to end the video. No, at Mount Zion, that they will know exactly what we did, because we did a round tour from every inch of Mount Zion today.
Wow.
It took me only 1 hour, and I'm sweating as hell.
When can we see this?
This is your video. This is the video that you are on it. It's going to be in about a week.
Wow, that's good, because I have my friend is in the 1st of October.
All
So I
right.
have time to see your video.
No, yeah, that's not a problem. You can always write me, and I will send it to you. If you need to see it, if you need it earlier, you will get it.
Thank you.
Now, guys, you know exactly where we are. That's where we met those two beautiful ladies. They study for their exam, and this is Mount Zion, and this is goodbye. Bye-bye.